Hello well-wishers and welcome to my channel Aspiring Minds. In today's video we are going to learn about Sonnet 18 of William Shakespeare. So grab your virtual seats and let's begin. You must be wondering, what is a sonnet? A sonnet is a poetic form. It is a form of a poem that actually originated in Italy during the 13th century. Now, why is this a unique poem and why does it have a unique name? Because this poem has got fixed number of lines, that is 14 lines are there in this poem. There is a specific rhyme scheme and a different rhythm that is there in the sonnet. Apart from that, the beauty of a sonnet lies in the fact that it can portray complex ideas, emotions, thoughts, or narratives in a very concise and brief manner. Did you know there are two people who actually invented this poetic form of the sonnets? The first and foremost was Petrarch, and then, of course, it is William Shakespeare. No reason indeed why we always refer to him as the Bard of Avon. It is because of this he experimented out there, and here we are going to study his sonnet as well. Now, while the sonnet form had originated in the 13th century, Shakespeare brought it for us in the 17th century, right? And apart from that, Shakespearean sonnet is also known as the English sonnet. There are 14 lines in this form of sonnet as well. The rhyme scheme is there for you. You can make a note of it from the image that the rhyme scheme means that there is the first 4 lines have the rhyme scheme of ABAB, the second set of 4 lines have the rhyme scheme CDCD, the third have it as EFEF, and then there is a final couplet, the last 2 lines which have the rhyme scheme GG. Apart from this, the structure of a sonnet is that it often follows a pattern of presenting an idea or a problem in the quatrains, that is the 3 set of 4 lines each, and then in the couplet there is a resolution or a conclusion to whatever problem or idea has been proposed above. Here is the complete 14-line sonnet 18 for you, and let's quickly start decoding the meaning of the lines of the sonnet. So in lines 1 to 4, the poet is saying that should I compare your beauty to a summer's day? Here thee means you, and he's saying he is comparing the beauty of his friend to a day in summer, and after that he realizes that the beauty of his friend is better than that of a summer's day, because see, it's saying rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. That is, he is describing how winds in May can be harsh and it can destroy the flowers that bud, that shine out, that blossom out in the months of May. And then he comments on the brevity of summer. He says that summer is only a brief season that lasts only for a brief span of time, but your beauty, my friend, is going to be everlasting. It is going to last forever, and people are going to know more about it in time to come. How? We'll get to know as we reach the end of the sonnet. In the next 4 lines, the speaker notes that sometimes the eye of heaven, the phrase eye of heaven means sun. So sun can be too hot and intense, yet there can be other times when this brilliance, this bright sun can also be fading away. The complexion of sun fades away, it can get dimmed. Why? Because of clouds and other factors. And every fair from fair sometimes declines. That is, everything that is beautiful eventually loses its true beauty. But your beauty, my friend, is going to be everlasting. Even if we look very pretty today, it could be that when we reach 50s and 60s, because of wrinkles on our face, complexion getting dulled, and due to other factors, our beauty may fade away. But the poet is assuring his friend that your beauty, my friend, is going to last forever and ever, and people are going to see your beauty as an example. Okay, so how that happens we'll see towards the end. And then he says, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed, that is, he's saying that beauty can fade away either by random events, that is by chance. Now here, if I were to give you a very drastic example, suppose a mishap happens and there's something that falls on, hot water or something falls on some part of your body, and you suffer from a temporary burn or whatever other causes, your beauty may fade away, right? Or you may get excessive dark circles or something of that kind, and your beauty may fade away, or it may even fade away naturally, because we do not look alike. Maybe 5 years from now, even if you check out your childhood picture, you will see there is a difference in how you would look then and how you look now. Even a picture which is 2 years old from before this time, you will see there is a difference in the picture. But he's saying that your beauty, my friend, is going to remain unaffected by time. In these 4 lines, the poet is offering a contrast. Now you might be wondering, how is the poet finding summer so beautiful at all? Now remember, we are in India. In Western countries, summer is actually a very beautiful season, because for them in the Western side, the winter season lasts for a very long time and it is really harsh. There are rough winds, there is a lot of snowfall, etc. And the weather conditions are extremely harsh in winter, and they actually pray for the summer season to come out. You must have seen foreigners who come and they actually, invest time in taking sun bath. The very fact that they get sunshine is also for a very brief span of time. So for them, the value of summer is a lot. That is why the poet is constantly emphasizing on the beauty of summer. Okay, now next he is saying that you, my beloved, will never lose your beauty, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade. That is, your beauty is going to be so powerful that even death will not be able to boast that it has brought an end to your beauty. That is how I am going to set an example of your beauty. Because now he's saying, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. That is, this is the place where he's saying how is the beauty of his friend going to be preserved. He's saying that the beauty of his beloved will grow with time, and it is going to remain constant in these eternal lines. That is the lines of the poem itself. In the concluding lines, he is giving the final statement. He's saying that as long as there are people alive and they are capable of reading this poem that I'm writing in praise of your beauty, this poem will ensure your immortality. That is, even if you physically die, your physical existence is erased, example of your beauty will remain eternal because of this poem that I'm writing dedicated to your beauty. Now remember, Sonnet 18 is one of the most popular sonnets of William Shakespeare, and we can understand that better through our analysis of the themes of this sonnet. So let's decode the themes. First is the transience of beauty, that is the fleeting nature of beauty. Beauty as a concept and also as a thing can fade away. It is subject to declining with time because of weather or other such conditions, or even naturally. But the poet wishes to preserve the beauty of his friend by writing out this sonnet. Time and immortality. The sonnet explores the idea that poetry can transcend, or it can surpass time, and it can immortalize the subject. That is, even if his friend, his beloved, passes away, he dies, he is not physically alive, his beauty, his idea will remain alive forever. Love and adoration. It is because the speaker deeply and genuinely loves his beloved friend. That is why he wants to preserve his beauty. He wants his friend's idea, his friend's identity to remain eternal. Artistic creation. The poem highlights the power of poetry and art to capture and preserve beauty. The act of writing and reading poetry can make a subject, an idea, identity of a person immortal. Nature and human impermanence. Now understand this. The sonnet is contrasting the beauty of nature. Here, nature is represented by summer. He's saying that the beauty of summer cannot be everlasting. It lasts only for a brief span of time. But your beauty, my friend, is going to last eternally. Remember that human being may die because we are mortal. We are not immortal creatures. But the beauty of human beings can be preserved by way of poetry. The poem or the sonnet reflects the desire which is inherent in all human beings to be immortal. When we see death approaching, the desire to stay alive, to not separate from our near and dear ones, it heightens. We cannot see someone who is close to us die. At the same time, we all are scared of death. But remember, birth and death are things which are only in the control of God. We human beings have no control over it. And that is the desire that all human beings have. So the poet is saying that we may not have control over God in terms of life and death, but we can still choose to be immortal. How? By preserving the identity of human beings through art and poetry. So that's it from this video. I hope you liked it. Do hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel for more such future updates. Thank you for watching. Bye.